Hello, moving millennials, and welcome to episode number 2 of MMTV, where we are helping each other move toward the new millennial life of travel, contribution, and freedom. My name is Dave, and if you've tuned into the podcast at all, you know that I love to talk about this idea that as a generation, we need to change the way that we approach work, life, and money. And the way to determine your current approach is to ask yourself what your primary motivator is. What is your objective? What are you moving towards? Most young people, when they graduate from school and move away from home, initially their primary motivator, the thing that's driving them the most, is survival. They're just trying to make enough money to survive, to put food on the table, to put a roof over their head. And unfortunately, some people stay there forever. Most people eventually graduate and their motivator shifts a little bit. They graduate up to comfort. So once they've proven to themselves that they can survive, now they want to be comfortable, and that is their goal. That is their objective. That's what they're moving towards. And all the decisions they make in terms of their work, their life, and their money, they line those decisions up against their desire to be comfortable. And see, I think that this goal of being comfortable is a massive, massive trap, especially today for the millennial generation. Most of us have grown up feeling comfortable our entire lives. But you see, there's an entirely other level that really most people never graduate to because they get stuck in this comfort trap. And that next approach, the third level in terms of the way that you can approach work, life, and money, is with freedom as your primary motivator. And what tends to happen for a lot of people who won the lottery and were lucky enough to be born in a first world country is that they take freedom for granted. They assume that just by following a certain path and checking off the boxes in a certain sequence that eventually they're going to have freedom. And see, I really believe that as long as comfort is your goal, freedom will always be impossible for you to achieve. You've got to change your motivator. You've got to line up all the decisions that you make against whether or not they will move you toward or away from freedom. So I guess the question in this conversation for this episode is, are you taking freedom for granted? And think about freedom in every single area of your life. So you have physical freedom, financial freedom, time freedom, relationship freedom, spiritual freedom, intellectual freedom, and emotional freedom. All these things come together and ultimately they are all linked. So we can't really have time freedom without having financial freedom. It's very difficult to have spiritual freedom if we don't have freedom in our relationships. And we've got to move. If you consider yourself to be a moving millennial, you need to graduate and change your primary motivator from just wanting to be comfortable in life to valuing freedom above all else. Make sure that you join the Facebook group, which is also linked below. Subscribe to the channel, share the video if it resonates. Have an amazing day, an incredible week, and until next time, simply do what moves you.